The night was quiet, almost unnaturally so. Only the crickets chirped, their rhythmic song echoing across the empty fields. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a pale silver glow over the countryside, painting long shadows that seemed to stretch and move with the wind. It was the kind of night that felt peaceful, yet held a hint of something unknown lurking just beyond the edge of sight. A warm breeze rustled the leaves on the small farm, carrying with it the scent of earth and hay. The trees swayed gently, their branches whispering secrets to one another in the darkness. The old wooden fence creaked softly, as if settling in for the night, and the distant hoot of an owl added to the symphony of nocturnal sounds. Inside the barn, the chickens slept on their roosts, huddled together for warmth and comfort. Their feathers fluffed, they were oblivious to the world outside, safe in the routine of their nightly slumber. The barn itself was old but sturdy, its wooden beams holding stories of many such peaceful nights. In the farmhouse nearby, a farmer and his family slept soundly in their beds. The gentle rise and fall of their breathing was the only movement in the quiet house. The children dreamed of sunny days and playful afternoons, while their parents rested after a long day's work, trusting that their home was safe and secure. They had no idea what lurked outside, hidden in the darkness just beyond the reach of their porch light. The night concealed many secrets, and tonight it would reveal one that would haunt them for years to come. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream split the night, shattering the calm like glass. It was a sound unlike any the farm had ever known, raw, primal, and filled with terror. The animals stirred, their instincts warning them of danger. Even the crickets fell silent, as if nature itself was holding its breath. The chickens squawked in terror, flapping their wings and scattering in every direction. Feathers flew as panic swept through the barn. The air was thick with fear, and the once peaceful roost became a scene of chaos and confusion. Jolted awake by the scream and the commotion, the farmer grabbed his flashlight and ran outside, his heart racing. He called out for his family to stay inside, his voice trembling with urgency. The beam of his flashlight cut through the darkness, searching for the source of the terror. His heart pounded in his chest, each beat echoing in his ears. Every shadow seemed to move, every sound felt amplified. He gripped the flashlight tighter, steeling himself for whatever he might find. When he reached the barn, he stopped in his tracks. Something had been there, something terrifying. The chickens were dead, their bodies strewn across the floor in unnatural positions. The barn, once a place of safety, now felt cold and menacing. But it wasn't just that they were dead. There was something deeply unsettling about the scene, something that made the farmer's skin crawl. The air was heavy, as if the barn itself was mourning the loss. The chickens had been drained of all their blood. Not a single drop stained the straw beneath them. It was as if whatever had attacked them had done so with a chilling precision, leaving behind only lifeless, empty shells. There were strange marks on their necks, like puncture wounds. 2 small holes, perfectly spaced, unlike any injury the farmer had ever seen. He knelt down, examining the wounds, his mind racing with questions and fear. The farmer had never seen anything like it. He had lived on this land his whole life, raised animals, and faced predators before, but nothing compared to this. The mystery gnawed at him, and a cold dread settled in his bones. Could it be the legendary Chupacabra? The stories he'd heard as a child came rushing back, tales of a creature that preyed on livestock, leaving behind only fear and death. Was it possible that such a monster had come to his farm? The farmer's story spread through the village like wildfire. By morning, everyone had heard about the attack. Neighbors gathered in small groups, whispering and speculating about what could have happened. Some remembered old legends, while others dismissed it as a wild animal or a cruel prank. Everyone was talking about the mysterious creature that killed the chickens. Some people were scared, locking their doors and keeping their animals close. Others were skeptical, insisting there had to be a logical explanation, but no one could ignore the fear that had settled over the village. But everyone wanted to know, was it real? Was the Chupacabra nearby, watching from the shadows, waiting to strike again? The night had changed the farm forever, and the legend of the Chupacabra had found new life in the hearts and minds of all who heard the tale. The word Chupacabra sends shivers down spines. It means goat-sucker in Spanish. The name comes from the creature's reported habit of attacking and drinking the blood of livestock, especially goats. The legend began in Puerto Rico in 1995. Reports of a strange creature killing animals quickly spread throughout the island. People were afraid. Farmers were losing their livestock. The Chupacabra was on everyone's mind. Soon, stories of the Chupacabra spread beyond Puerto Rico. People in Mexico, the United States, and even as far away as Russia reported seeing similar creatures. The legend of the blood-sucking monster was growing. Chupacabra descriptions vary wildly. For decades, people across the Americas have reported seeing a mysterious creature lurking in the shadows. But what exactly did they see? The answer depends on who you ask and where the story comes from. One of the strangest things about the Chupacabra is that people describe it in very different ways. Some witnesses swear it's a monster straight out of a nightmare, while others think it's just a strange animal that's rarely seen. Some say it looks like a reptile, almost like a small dinosaur or a lizard that's come to life. These reports often come from places like Puerto Rico, where the legend first began. They describe it as having scaly greenish-gray skin, sharp claws, and glowing red eyes that pierce through the darkness. Its gaze is said to be hypnotic, freezing animals, and sometimes people, in their tracks. Some even say it has spines running down its back, almost like a row of jagged bony plates. These spines make it look even more alien and terrifying, as if it's a creature from another world. Imagine a creature straight out of a horror movie. It creeps through the night, moving silently between trees and abandoned barns, always just out of sight. The fear of the unknown makes it even scarier. But not everyone agrees on what the Chupacabra looks like. Others say the Chupacabra is more like a hairless dog or a weird kind of wild canine, stalking livestock under the cover of darkness. They describe it as having gray or black leathery skin, powerful legs for jumping, and a row of sharp spines or quills running down its back. Its movements are quick and unpredictable, making it hard to catch or even see clearly. It sounds terrifying, but also a bit sad. Some people who have seen it up close say it looks sick or injured, with patches of missing fur and tired, haunted eyes. It's as if the creature is as much a victim as the animals it's accused of attacking. Could it be a sick animal that people are mistaking for a monster? Some scientists think so. They believe that many Chupacabra sightings might actually be coyotes, dogs, or other wild animals suffering from mange, a disease that causes hair loss and makes their skin look strange and leathery. But for those who have seen something they can't explain, the legend lives on, blurring the line between myth and reality. Over the years, there have been many reported sightings of the Chupacabra. People claim to have seen it in their backyards, in forests, and even near roads. Some people have even presented what they say is evidence: photos, footprints, and even the bodies of animals they believe were killed by the creature. But here's the problem. The evidence is never clear. The photos are always blurry. The footprints could belong to any number of animals. And the dead animals? Scientists have examined some of them and found that they were killed by ordinary predators like dogs or coyotes. So, many scientists and animal experts are actually pretty skeptical about the Chupacabra. They say there just isn't any real evidence to support its existence. Instead, they believe that all those sightings can be explained by misidentification of known animals, hoaxes, and honestly, the power of suggestion. For example, some experts think that a lot of Chupacabra sightings are really just cases of mange-ridden coyotes or dogs. Mange is a skin disease that can make animals lose their fur and develop thickened, scaly skin. This can totally make them look very different from how they normally appear. So could this be the monster people are seeing? Even though there is no scientific evidence for the Chupacabra, it has, really captured the imaginations of people all over the world. The legend has become a part of popular culture, showing up in movies, TV shows, books, and even video games. There are even Chupacabra festivals and events held in some places. Tourists can buy Chupacabra souvenirs, like t-shirts and keychains. The legend has become a way for people to have fun and honestly explore the unknown. It's a reminder that even in our modern world, there are still mysteries that capture our imaginations. So, how do we explain the Chupacabra legend? What is it about this mysterious creature that has captured the imagination of so many people across the world? The story of the Chupacabra is more than just a tale of a blood-sucking monster lurking in the shadows. It's a fascinating example of how myths and legends can take root in our collective consciousness, shaping the way we see the world around us. Why do people continue to believe in it, even without solid evidence? The answer lies in the complex relationship between fear, curiosity, and the human need to explain the unexplainable. When people hear strange noises at night, or find livestock mysteriously injured, it's natural to look for answers. Sometimes, those answers come in the form of legends like the Chupacabra. Scientists and sociologists offer some interesting theories. They suggest that belief in creatures like the Chupacabra is not just about the creature itself, but about the way stories spread and evolve within communities. These experts study how rumors, urban legends, and folklore can influence our perceptions, especially when people are already feeling anxious or uncertain. First, misidentification. As mentioned earlier, many sightings could be explained by misidentifying animals suffering from diseases like mange. A coyote or wild dog with severe mange can look truly bizarre, with patchy fur and gaunt features, especially when glimpsed in the dark. Add to that the eerie setting of rural landscapes at night, and it's easy to see how imaginations can run wild. Then, there are hoaxes. Some people may create hoaxes for fun, attention, or even to make money from tourists. In some communities, the legend of the Chupacabra has become a tourist attraction, drawing visitors eager to catch a glimpse of the unknown. Fake tracks, staged sightings, and even fabricated news stories can all contribute to the legend's staying power. And of course, folklore and imagination, legends often evolve from real-life fears and anxieties. Storytelling is a powerful tradition, especially in rural areas where people gather to share tales that both entertain and warn. These stories can be passed down through generations, growing and changing with each retelling until they become a part of the local culture. The Chupacabra may represent our fear of the unknown, of nature's power, or even of things that go bump in the night. It's a symbol of the mysteries that still exist in our world, and a reminder that not everything can be easily explained. Sometimes, these legends help us process our anxieties about the dangers that might be lurking just beyond the edge of the familiar. It's also important to remember that stories and beliefs can spread quickly, especially in the age of the internet. Social media, online forums, and viral videos can turn a local legend into a global phenomenon overnight. The more people talk about the Chupacabra, the more real it can seem, even to those who have never seen any evidence themselves. Sometimes, just hearing about something can make us more likely to believe it's real, even if there's no proof. Our minds are wired to look for patterns and explanations, especially when we're afraid. In the end, the Chupacabra legend is a testament to the enduring power of belief and a fascinating example of how science, society, and storytelling are forever intertwined. The Chupacabra Challenge. The Chupacabra legend raises some interesting questions. Would you believe in a creature like the Chupacabra without seeing real evidence? Why do you think people are so fascinated by monsters and mysterious creatures? Could there be other explanations for the Chupacabra sightings? It's up to each of us to decide what we believe. But one thing is for sure. The Chupacabra legend continues to spark our curiosity and make us wonder about the world around us. The Chupacabra remains an enigma, a creature of myth and legend. Is it a real monster that stalks the night, draining the blood of its victims, or is it a product of our imaginations, fueled by fear, folklore, and the thrill of the unknown? We may never know for sure. But the enduring mystery of the Chupacabra continues to fascinate and intrigue us. It reminds us that there are still unexplained phenomena in the world, and that sometimes the line between fact and fiction can be blurry. What do you believe?